Hi fam, it's your island girl and I'm back with another reaction video for you today. And today I'm reacting to 10 countries warning their citizens not to visit the United States. With all that's going on, I can't even blame them. And it's so sad that that is the case, but I can't blame them. The link for this, I'm getting this one from Global Village. The link will be in the description below. Please go over and show them some love. I am not sure what countries are on this list. I'm assuming Canada is one of them. Maybe Germany, Australia. I don't know. I'm not sure what 10 is going to be on the list. But let me know what you think in the comment section. So if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. To all my regular schmeglers, day one, city pies, city pools. Come on in, right back. Let's check this video out together. Let's get into this one. Here we go right about now.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something wild. 10 countries that are straight up telling their people, hey, maybe skip the US for now. Crazy, right? We're talking travel warnings, border dramas, and some serious global shade.
Damn.
Why are these nations hitting the brakes on US trips? Stick around as we break it all down country by country. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and let's get into it. First up, the United Kingdom. The UK.
I gotta be honest, I did not see the United Kingdom on the list. I know that we're buddies, we're allies. I know there's a lot going on now with this administration, but there's a lot of people that don't think and don't agree with what's going on. I can say that. I love you guys, and I know that there are a lot of people who feels the same way that I do and would welcome. And tourism is a huge part of the U.S. economy. So this is kind of dampening for the U.S. at the end of the day. Yeah, it's chaotic, but the UK, the United Kingdom, nah, I didn't see this one coming. I'm sorry I had to pause. That one caught me off guard. Let's continue though.
UK's Foreign Office updated its travel advice for the US in March 2025, warning Brits about strict entry rules. They're telling travelers to double-check visa or U.S.A. requirements because even valid documents might not guarantee entry.
Oh, okay.
Why? Reports of British citizens detained at U.S. borders for minor visa issues like overstays or unclear travel purposes have spiked since Trump's immigration crackdown kicked in. The advisory doesn't call it a ban, but it's clear. Follow the rules or risk arrest. The UK sends about 4 million tourists to the U.S. yearly, so this could dent that number.
Yeah.
Some Brits are even canceling trips, fearing a hostile welcome. The tension might tie back to Trump's comments on European trade too, calling out the EU hasn't helped. For now, the UK's message is caution. Enjoy your trip, but have your paperwork in order, or you might be on the next flight home. Next, Germany.
I cannot blame them. It's just the truth, and it is sad, and that's the way it is. But they're not saying that don't go, but they're saying make sure your documents are in order. And why take the risk? I wouldn't. I would I'll cancel my trip too and go somewhere else, because this is sad, because we've been, like I said, friends for so long. It's like a brother and sister kind of relationship, but here you are, this administration coming and causing havoc and creating all this upheaval between countries. Why? What's I cannot wrap my mind around it. And your country is going to suffer because of this. Makes no sense to me. You know what? I don't blame them, because I would protect my own citizens as well.
The German Federal Foreign Office updated its U.S. travel advice this month, stressing that a visa or U.S.A. doesn't mean you're in the clear. They've warned that U.S. officials can deny entry at their discretion, no appeal allowed. This comes after several German nationals were detained at U.S. borders in early 2025, some for past minor overstays or vague travel plans. Germany's not calling it a travel ban, but the tone's serious. Expect scrutiny. About 2 million Germans visit the U.S. annually, and this could shake that up. The advisory also hints at broader unease. Trump's hardline policies, like his two-gender stance, clash with Germany's progressive values, especially for trans travelers. Add in trade spats, and it's a perfect storm. Germans are being told to prepare for
So
tough
beautiful.
questioning and possible rejection. Travel's still on, but it's not the carefree trip it once was. Number 3 is
See, 2 million travelers from Germany. Trump don't know. I don't think he look at these numbers. I don't think he realize what damage he is doing. Can you imagine? You're traveling to come and have fun, to explore and have new experiences from your country to the US, and you're not sure if you will get through, because anybody they can deny you for whatever reasons if they decide to do so and not let you in the country. Can you imagine all that is taken away from local people who depend on tourism as a part of, to take care of their family? I don't think that was thought about. Because I'm like, why would you have an issue with people coming backpacking? Okay, yeah, they overstay their time, but they're going back. Or, they're coming to have fun. Or who cares what's going on in their life or what relationship? That's none of your business. I don't get this. I really don't. And it's all but love to you guys. And I'm so sorry that this is taking place. If I could change it, I would. But and I'm positive, and I can say this from my heart of hearts, that a lot of American does not agree with this. They don't like what is going on as well. But Germany, UK, Canada, I saw Canada. Germany, yeah. Australia, I'm thinking Australia is on the list as well. But it's sad.
It's Canada, our neighbors to the north.
Yeah.
Recently, Canada updated its U.S. travel advisory, urging citizens to register with U.S. authorities if staying over 30 days. This follows a Vancouver woman's week-long detention at the border over a visa mix-up. Canadian MP Charlie Angus even went viral, pleading, avoid the U.S. if possible, calling it a tyranny under Trump. The advisory's practical, follow entry rules or face deportation, but the rhetoric's heated. Canada's worried about Trump's threats to annex them as the 51st state, plus border crackdowns hitting dual citizens hard.
Yeah.
With millions crossing yearly, this could chill travel. Some Canadians are boycotting U.S. trips over politics, too. It's not a full warning yet, but the vibe's clear. The U.S. isn't as welcoming as it was, and Ottawa wants its people ready for a rougher ride south of the border. Coming in at 4, Denmark.
Because I know that what's going on between Canada and the US. So I was expecting, like I said, Canada to be on the list. But it's just sad to know that, because right here, I'm in Alaska. Can you imagine? The only land that connects me to the lower 48 is Canada. I have to go through there. Most of our shipment come through their waters. Much of our delivery truck comes through, you understand? Or the airplane, their airspace. What are you doing?
Scandinavian country revised its U.S. travel advisory with a twist. It's specifically warning transgender travelers.
Okay.
Why? The Trump administration's two-gender policy means passports with an X marker might get you turned away. Denmark's telling its citizens to contact the U.S. Embassy first if they're trans or non-binary. Beyond that, they're echoing others. Valid visas don't guarantee entry, and enforcement's tight. Denmark's progressive stance clashes with U.S. shifts, and this advisory reflects that tension. It's not a blanket don't go, but it's a red flag for a specific group. Danish tourists, about 300,000 yearly, might rethink plans, especially with horror stories of border detentions circulating. Add Trump's EU critiques and Denmark's caution makes sense. Travel's doable, but for some, it's a risk not worth taking right now. 5th on our list.
Damn. Okay. This list is shocking me because I didn't even realize so many people come to the US from these different areas. I honestly did not know that. And can you imagine you have to call to make sure that you can go into a country, and you have to identify who you are. You already have your passport, you have the necessary documents, but you have to say, oh, I'm this. Can I come into your country? Oh, no, I'll book a ticket to go somewhere else. How sad it is. That's very sad. I'm not gonna lie though. He's talking and I'm looking at the pictures of these places and I'm like, oh, this video is like giving is like it's time for me to pack up and run and just explore outside of the US because it is so beautiful. The scenery is amazing.
Is Finland. Like
Finland
Denmark,
too.
Finland updated its U.S. travel advisory in March 2025, zeroing in on transgender and non-binary travelers. With Trump's policy recognizing only male or female genders, Finnish passports with X markers could lead to entry denials. The advice: check with the U.S. Embassy before booking. Finland's also warning about stricter border checks. Visas or U.S.A approvals aren't sure thing anymore. This follows reports of Europeans, including Finns, facing unexpected detentions. Finland's small but steady flow of U.S. tourists, around 200,000 yearly, might dip if this sticks. The advisory is not a full stop, but it's a heads up. The U.S. feels less predictable now. Tensions over Trump's EU stance and Finland's inclusive values add context. For Finns, it's about weighing the hassle against the trip, cautions the name of the game. At number 6, France.
See, I don't understand if there's a change in the passport. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to, this is not funny, I'm serious. So you can tell be non-binary or, so it tells in the passport, because I've never seen one. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if, because this is if I didn't watch this video, I wouldn't even know that it's a changeover in the passport from male to female or non-binary or, I don't remember the other term he used. But so it shows in the passport what you are. I don't know. But should it matter? If I book a ticket to come to your country on vacation, you're telling me that I cannot come to explore, enjoy the food, go to the beaches, go to your amusement parks or anything like that. Because you have an issue with what? Am I bothering you? I'm not bothering you. I honestly cannot wrap my head around it, guys. I honestly can't because it don't make no sense to me. It doesn't. I'm not a bother to anyone. What's the issue? And like I said, I'm positive a lot of Americans feel the same way I do. They are not in agreement with this madness. They're not. Because I'm like I said, it's dampening a lot of persons who also depend on tourism to feed their family. You know? A lot of these businesses are losing out on the back end if we have to think about money. A lot of family members too, because you have family that have their dual citizenship, live in one place and you just come across just to spend time. Can you imagine be detained for no reason at all? That don't make no sense.
The French government hasn't issued a formal U.S. travel warning yet, but they updated guidance, urging citizens to be vigilant about entry rules. France is watching the trend. Detentions of Europeans at U.S. borders are up, and they're not taking chances. The advisory flags that even valid visas might not cut it if U.S. officials suspect anything off. France sends over 1 million tourists to the U.S. yearly, so this matters. Some link it to Trump's EU trade jabs. France isn't thrilled with his screw the EU vibe. Plus, there's chatter about safety for LGBTQ plus travelers after U.S. policy shifts. It's not a don't go yet, but the tone's shifting. Travel blogs say French tourists are nervous about feeling unwelcome.
I would be too.
France says go, but go prepared. The U.S. isn't the open door it once was for less blues. 7th, New Zealand. New Zealand updated its U.S. travel advice, warning Kiwis that entry's no sure thing, even with an U.S.A. The advisory cites tougher border enforcement, with risks of detention for minor slip-ups like overstays. This follows a few high-profile cases of New Zealanders turned back at U.S. airports. About 300,000 Kiwis visit the U.S. yearly, and this could slow that down. New Zealand's government isn't saying don't go, but they're blunt. U.S. officials have final say, no exceptions. Some tie this to Trump's global trade rhetoric. New Zealand's an ally, but not immune to tension. Social media is buzzing with Kiwis debating if it's worth the risk. Safety's not the issue, it's the unpredictability. New Zealand's message is clear. Love the U.S., but pack patience and perfect paperwork, or you might be watching the Statue of Liberty from a deportation lounge. Number
Jeez.
8 is Australia.
Ouch.
Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs raised its U.S. travel advice, warning Aussies to expect rigorous border checks. Even with an ESTA or visa, entry is not guaranteed. U.S. officials can deny you for past overstays or unclear intentions.
That's
This
crazy.
comes after reports of Australians detained stateside, some for minor visa hiccups. Around 1.5 million Aussies visit the U.S. yearly, so this
1.5.
hits home. The advisory is not a ban, but it's a wake-up call. Trump's immigration push means business. Some Aussies are souring on U.S. trips, citing trade spats and a closed-off vibe. Safety's fine, but the hassle? Less appealing.
Not worth it.
Australia's still pro-travel, urging prep over panic. Check rules, dot I's, cross T's. For now, it's about navigating a stricter system, not avoiding it. The U.S. remains a draw, but the welcome mats got some new fine print. 9th, Ireland.
Whoo, child. This is a lot to take in. So they're not saying don't go. They're just letting everybody know. So listen, this is serious business. Make sure you dot all your I's and cross all your T's. Make sure that your paperwork is up to date. Or make sure you want to go through the hustle. Even because New Zealand said we're friends, but that doesn't stop them. We're allies, but doesn't stop them to turn you back if they so desire to do so. And they can detain you on a whim if they decided, okay, we're not letting you in the country. And I'm like, come on. Like I said, millions of tourists, year after year, come to enjoy your country, and you have an issue with certain things because things are not working out in your favor. That mind blown. Australia, the same thing. So many Aussies come across year after year. And this dual citizenship, I see that it's becoming a problem lately. I've been hearing people talking about it, saying, I have dual citizenship, but yet still I'm having a struggle because they're saying you cannot have dual citizenship. Either you are a citizen of the US or you're not. And I'm like, you gave this opportunity to people from day one when it comes on to immigration. So how all of a sudden you can't have dual citizenship? That don't make any sense to me.
Ireland's Department of Foreign Affairs updated its
Wow.
U.S. travel advice, cautioning citizens about tighter entry rules. They're warning that even valid visas or ESTAs might not get you past U.S. customs if something's off, like a passed overstay. This follows tales of Irish travelers detained at borders, sparking headlines back home. Ireland sends about 700,000 tourists to the U.S. yearly, many
700,000.
tied to family ties. So
Yeah.
this stings. The advisory's not a don't go, but a be ready. U.S. enforcement's no joke under Trump. Some Irish see it as fallout from his EU critiques. Others just want a smooth J one summer. No major safety flags, just procedural headaches. Ireland's keeping it practical. Know the rules or risk a U-turn.
Yep.
The U.S. is still a draw, but the charm's dimming if you're stuck explaining yourself at JFK.
Yep.
Caution's key here. Finally, the Netherlands.
Netherlands
The Dutch government
too?
tweaked its U.S. travel advice, warning citizens that entry's trickier now. Even with an ESTA or visa, U.S. officials can say no. Past overstays or vague plans could land you in detention. This follows a few Dutch travelers getting bounced at the border, raising eyebrows. The Netherlands sends about 800,000 tourists to the U.S. yearly, and this might cool that off. The advisory is not a ban, just a heads up. Trump's policies mean stricter scrutiny. Some Dutch tie it to his EU trade barbs. Relations are chillier. Others worry about progressive travelers like trans folks facing hassles after the two-gender rule. Safety's not the issue. Unpredictability is. The Dutch say go, but go smart. Check everything twice. The U.S. is still on the map, but it's less of a carefree jaunt for Netherlanders now.
Jeez.
That's it. 10 countries waving red flags about U.S. travel in March 2025.
March.
From border hassles to policy clashes, it's a wild shift. What do you think? Fair warnings or overreaction? Drop your take below. If you enjoyed this, hit like.
See, it's a fair warning, and I don't blame them from warning their citizens to take care of themselves for when they go out there to expect the unexpected. I can't blame them for doing that. I would do the same. because based on what is going on, I would have definitely done the same. I say, and from what I've seen so far, I know a lot of people are canceling their tickets. They're like, it's okay. I'd rather pay that money to cancel that ticket because I am not going. I'd rather go somewhere else and enjoy my time, because it's not worth the hassle. It's not worth the unpredictability. It's what I turn up and they're going to say, nope, you can't enter. You got to go back. That's madness in itself. And it's crazy because a lot of people buy their ticket way ahead of time. People don't just get up and say, oh, I'm going to the US next week. It don't work like this. These trips are planned. You know, like I said, year after year, so many people from so many different parts of the world come here to the US to enjoy their time. Some are coming back to have time with their family, because a lot of persons work outside of the US and come back home just to spend time with family to go back. So I don't get it. And you're telling me a little overstay. If you see these people traveling on a regular basis, they do overstay sometimes, but they still go back to where they're from. And what is the major issue? There's no major issue. They're not causing any trouble. You're detaining these people, making life uncomfortable. Like I say, there's nothing but love in my heart for you guys. And I know a lot of Americans feel the same way I do. And we apologize for what you guys are going through. But I don't blame you for taking your tickets and go and canceling your tickets and going somewhere else, because I understand that the unpredictability, not sure, it's not worth it. To me, it's definitely not worth me stressing over and coming and say, oh no, you gotta catch a flight back out of here because we're not letting you in, because you feel like, yeah, it's a lot. This is draining. It's honestly is draining, and it's ridiculous, and it's sad that we are living what we should consider as a time where we should get along with everybody and love each other. Yeah. It's your island girl, and I'm running out of here. I am surprised with some of the countries on here. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend as if I am not. I am, because I'm like, oh, the Netherlands, the UK. I'm like, oh, Ireland. I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay now. So I'm like, but I understand. At the same time, I understand. Be good, be kind, be safe out there. Dot all your I's, cross all your T's if you decide to come. Because like he said, they're not saying don't go. They're just making sure that you guys are okay. Check to make sure before you fly out of here, you didn't waste that money. Because a lot of people save up to make these trips, you know? We're living in some serious time, guys. Unpredictable times. It's just, yeah. Love you guys to the max. There's no going around that. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you're new here. And also, if you wish to become a member to the channel, you can click that join button and you see all the perks that are offered. Love to have you guys on board. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.